tau whiwhia e tau tau whimata ke whia whakawhawhkani. Malomo e lau maria hoi ki pia he whoki ki e Tonga, mo i walankotoa mo mea mai ki he whiawhini. He whiawhini ma whakahoko polo kalamatu pia me i Seattle, Washington, aia ko Brenda Kongaika pia he whoki a Emeline Faaumu-Niutei, pia me i Tonga e ki Dr Ray Ebrahim. Pag mau whiawhia i mau tali leak mo toko toa pe, ka te mau tuku atu ke whakahoko e tok tā tau ki loto he whiawhini pa tau toki hoko atu. Mahalo apito.
Lotu, Dr. Ray?
Lotu? Okay.
Yes, Malo.
Malo, we tau lotu. Our Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for giving us the health and the power to continue. Thanks for saving us among the crook and dodgy way for the people. Thanks for giving us the life of the Word. And you are the Word of God, the Logos. Give us the wisdom and open our mind to hear your voice and to protect us and give us the Holy Spirit till we see you. We never know when we will see you, but make us ready for this day. In Jesus' name, bless everyone listen to us and bless all our family. In Jesus' name, listen to our prayer. Amen.
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 Oni.
Malo paglalele tau kong aula ke tau programa pa famalat ke Dr. Ray hai fai mai tau lotu ka pe ka Brenda mono fai tau tari lele ke fefni ko feftu sitene a ho nima o ka topa ka tau programa ni mo toketa Dr. Ray ka health talk. So we're just going to open up tonight and we're just gonna talk and we'll give it back to you, Dr. Ray, to come up with what are we going to be talking tonight? And welcome back from to TWN, Dr. Ray. Welcome back. Thank you for being here. Dr. Ray, I think you need to unmute yourself.
Okay.
There you
You
go.
got it.
Sorry,
Yeah.
mute the mic because I was listening to the prayer I like. First of all, I want to be specific. I'm a registered medical doctor in Egypt. Okay.
Yes.
In Tonga, I'm not. Okay. So for the people, they make blah, 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 blah. They never knows me. I'm very specific in my word. Even when I went in the TV show, the one it's make them crazy, I was very specific. I said, I'm registered neurologist, neurosurgeon, medical doctor in my country, Egypt. Okay. And here I'm nutritionist. Okay. So be specific for this one. Sometimes when you said something in science, again, we work in theory. In my country, okay? I'm talking now in my country, I'm Egyptian, okay? So in Egypt, we work in theory. So some doctor have their theory, another doctor have their theory. You can't say this theory is wrong, okay? What you can do, you have your reference, okay? That's in the land of civilization, the pharaohs, okay?
Yes.
So in Egypt, we learn different theories. At the end of the day, you have guideline, you have your theory, you have your reference, you are Saipe. Okay?
Saipe.
Yeah. But when there's no guideline, okay, for example, I said some stuff, okay? And then people twist it. People thought that I'm against the vaccine. Who said that? Give me one word in the TV. I said I'm against the vaccine.
No.
I'm not. And I'm waiting for Pfizer to come so I can take Pfizer. See? But the people, short mind, have fish memory, which is, that's why in Egypt we build the pyramids. We have the civilization. We don't have the fish mind. We have human mind.
Right. And you know, Dr. Ray, you brought up a good theory. I mean, it's so true. When it comes to the vaccine, it's important that you have to allow people to have the freedom to make a choice. Not only that, but people need to make sure that this is safe for them. You know, like for myself, I want to make sure that it's safe for me before I even touch it. You know, so that's what important. It's about a choice, and it's about the freedom of medical choice. You know. So, but it's not something that we go against it, but it's something like it had to be, make sure it's safe, you know?
Yeah, for example, Moderna. Like in America, you have Pfizer, you have Moderna, yeah?
Yeah.
Japan last month suspend Moderna.
Moderna, yes.
In Japan, they wrong, they don't have right. See, Japan, they have their theory. They found some particles or some molecules in the Moderna. And they, as you said, they free to decide yes or no.
Yes,
so
people need to free to decide.
Spend over 1.4 million doses from Moderna. People have right, countries have right. The end of the day, let me tell you, you can drink water. Like, for example, doctor told you, you have to drink 3 liters water a day. Yeah. People can just get 3 liters and drink it straight away, and that's it. People, they drink it 1 cup, 1 cup, 1 cup, whatever. At the end of the day, you drink the 3 liters. The end of the day, everyone will take the vaccine. But the way you take it, how you take it, again, in Egypt, when we have an argument in medicine or science, you have to give me your theory, I give you your theory.
Right.
There is no wrong and true. When everything registered under emergency, there is no true or false. Remember,
you know, and then the doctors, whatever the doctor is giving out to people, for patients, like for myself, always, every time I go to the doctors, whatever I discuss with the doctor, he's giving me his opinions, but I'm always the one who make the final call on everything. So because I always ask questions to the doctor about this, if this good for my health, and this one, this and that, and then at the end of the day, like you said, I make the decision for myself. You know, the doctor will give me his opinion, and then I'll make the call myself. You know.
Again, be specific. You are where you are?
USA.
USA. Okay. Same happened in Egypt. EG. Okay.
EG.
Egypt.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Or come from ancient Egypt.
Yes, from
Ancient.
ancient. Yes. Where civilization begins, eh? Dr. Ray.
Yeah.
So yes, and tonight is, you know, Unibif is, it's, I mean, this network, TWN, was formed and created to be a platform, I mean, for educational. And tonight is more like we need to educate people on it's a health talk, you know. So, and I know we have, you wanted to share anything tonight, because this is the open platform, we can share that. And
Yeah, I want to share something funny happened to me. Last week I had a kidney stone.
Yes,
but
let's share that.
I have a family history, and I'm the only one take these genes from my dad. All my spleen, it's perfect. My brother, my sister, they never have this kidney stone. But I'm the one get it from my father. Always like each 5-6 years have one, or each 4 years have one. And this happened to me. I have in 1999, 2004, 2009, 2014, and this year. So when I was explained to the doctor in the hospital, the doctor told me, whoa, why you have this type of stone after stone after stone? Then I looked to him, well, I'm Pharaoh. That's why we built the pyramids from the stone.
But you're right. You're right. You never know. Yeah, you're right.
So they all laugh. They all laugh. But you know, it's good to learn. You know, when I'm doing the detox, you remember when I said I'm doing detox?
Yes.
And this is one. And when I did the detox, usually I drink 3 liters. But on Sunday, I've been looking for the parsley and the coriander to support the kidney, which is, I didn't get it. Okay. So at the very end day, I said, oh, I should get watermelon, because watermelon, it will do the same job with the parsley and the coriander, and even better. But it was too late, and the shop is closed because it's after hours. But anyhow, that's why I said the preparation. But the good thing is I passed the storm. I passed the storm. Yes, it came fast. It was built. It's just like maybe waiting for one thing to bang, and that's what happened. The size of the storm was, and thanks God I have the devices here with me to break the storm. That's the main thing. Which is I'm lucky. I'm lucky because I come to the point, if the storm never come down with my devices, I will travel to Australia, another homeland. Yeah.
My question, Dr. Ray, because I know my father had that one time, but he was so lucky here in America. They just gave some kind of shot and then the thing come out. But my question to you, Dr. Ray, let's talk a little bit about the kidney stone. Because I know you said this has come from generation to you. Can this be avoided? Can this be something can be avoided and you don't have to go through this, what your father go through? Is there anything that you can do to avoid this?
Okay. The first kidney stone I have, it's been tested. It's been sent to the lab to be tested to know exactly what this and how it's happened. Okay. It's in Egypt. Okay. I'm telling you about Egypt. When someone have kidney stone, after the kidney stone come, we send it to the lab to have a lab study to give us the guideline what this patient need to avoid, what he need to do. So my one, it's oxalate. It's the very hard one, like crystal. This made of salt. Like when I look, it's combination of salt, like calcium, sodium. So all this type of salt come together. So if I have more tomatoes in my diet, definitely I will get it. If I have more salt in my diet, definitely I will get it. If I have more calcium in my diet. And this here, one problem here. That's why I've been taking vitamin D. And after I get the kidney stone here, I said probably I need to increase vitamin D to reduce the calcium down. You know, there's a lot of disease can cause by the sodium on the body. We call like even the skin can be reacted from the salt. So if you have more salt in your body, that can cause skin damage. When I talk about skin damage, that's will lead to nerve damage because the nerve start from the skin and end from the skin. So skin is very important. If you don't look after your skin, you definitely get some nerve problem and some immune problem too as well, an autoimmune disease. This number one, when people, they have a wrong diet. Number two, genes, like what happened to me. This thing we can't, but we can eliminate it. For example, rather to have 5 stones or 20 or 30, I can have one each 5-6 years. Like, you know, to be like plain.
I see.
Otherwise, you will have like each 5 months, another, each 5 months. The dangers of the kidney stone, if you don't look after your kidney, even in my case, when I have the genes, the family history, and to me as well, if I don't look after my kidney, after the stone to my kidney build another one, I try to extend the time. Okay, which is a success of that, like from 2009 2014. Okay, that's around 5 years.
5 years.
And now from 2014 to 2021, okay, that's a step. Okay, so I try to extend. In the meantime, I usually go each 6 months to do the kidney function, like to look for my creatine level and for my bilirubin. Sorry, for my albumin, sorry, not the bilirubin. I'm mixed up. So the kidney function, it's play rules each 6 months because I have so far 2 stone and 2 stone, like 2 here and 2 here. So to look after the organs they affected, it's very important. And so far it's helped. But the last week, what was very annoying me, the kidney, the size of the kidney is swollen, like get bigger, because the size of the stone is above 5, and it's come to the very end of the kidney and blocked. So all the fluid is stuck in the kidney and the kidney starts to swell. my creatine level was 1.6. In this stage, kidney function was showing around 44%. It's very important to know when the doctor, I will tell the doctor that's acute, not a syndrome, like it's happened because of the stone, because I know exactly my kidney reading, you know. It's very important to know your regular reading. So if anything happened, to be specific, if it's acute, like happened suddenly because of this situation, or syndrome, that is your kidney, you know. It's good to keep your data. But for me, when I keep the data, I'm a doctor in Egypt, okay? So
Yes.
I know how to keep the data and the file for myself.
Dr.
It's
Ray,
very important.
Yeah, I have somebody on the Facebook is asking a question, and I'm just gonna read it. This is from Prince Unga, Twitter. He said, "Why Dr. Ray has so many kidney stone? I had just one time kidney stone, but listening to him, he consumed great amount of salt, whatever." So Dr. Ray, so can you respond? I think you were responding that this is from your dad, but can you try to answer Prince Unga Twitter's question?
Okay, I will tell you. A disease, a definition of the disease called cells disorder. The cells disorder can happen by accident of virus, fungus, bacteria, chromatosa, or genes, like a genetic, okay? So if you have a family history of diabetes, okay, and you get diabetes, you be diabetic, what you can do, if you have a good diet, okay, you watch yourself, that will decrease the dangers to have diabetes, but that will not make you not diabetic, okay? What happened to me, I watch myself for what I eat. I'm very specific. If you sit with me, the way I eat, the way I drink, everything is like measured. And that can make the time from here to extend it to here. But at the end of the day, I have genes here created, stored, okay? Like I've been taking vitamin D. Vitamin D, that's to reduce the calcium, okay? But me, actually not to reduce, to what you call make equilibrium in the calcium level in your body. One of the function of vitamin D. So I've been taking vitamin D, even up to 10,000 unit a day, sometimes 5,000 unit a day. When you have the genes, you can just like extend the time if you are smart. But if you're not smart, the time will be between this stone to this stone to this stone, this stone. It will be like very short. Okay. So when you have the genes, when you have the genetic, and when you hold it, what you can do, you just extend. That not give you any exception to not have a kidney stone. For me, I have this type of history. I have the genes created, okay? But other people, when they have the bad diet, because we have two different type of kidney stone. So when people have a bad diet, they don't drink enough water, that's in high risk to get a kidney stone, okay? But for me, I will get it. Like now we are in 2021. So in 2028, I will get another one. Or maybe if I don't look after myself, maybe in another year, next year, I will get another one. So we try to eliminate. Again, this theory, this is a theory. Maybe another people have different theory, okay? But at the end of the day, you understand the theory that you will follow, which is for me so far, the timing between the stones now extend to be more, not less. You get it?
Yes.
I answered
Yes.
the question or not really?
Prince Unga, Twitter, I think your question is answered. So unless if you have another one, just post it onto Facebook. So, Brenda?
Yeah. Oh, it's good to hear you, Dr. Ray, with that, concept, right? Because, when you're comparing it to people with diabetes, my eyes is wide open for that, because, you have to, you're good. You get the stones out and you can, you believe because you're a doctor that you won't have it again and again for the next year. You just know that a few years it's going to come again if you won't watch what your food intake should help you have a lengthy life, right? But if you're not, be careful, it will come sooner and more sooner than anything. Because I have a friend, she had a serious surgery to remove the stones. And that stone that was removed was huge, right? And then she thought it was all gone. And then she was taken again like 3 years later, but the stone was smaller, and the doctor said, let's hope that the stone will complete be gone or small to be flushed out, but they're hoping it will be. But she said the first surgery was serious, it could have cost her life,
Dr. Ray, I wanted to learn more about kidney stone because so not enough drinking water and the diet can cause this one. Is there anything else that might cause and how long does it it takes for a kidney stone to be, there? You know what I'm saying? How long does it take?
Okay. That's a very good, complicated question. Oh my God.
Just remember, I'm taking my doctorate program now, Dr. Ray.
Okay. We call like key factors. Number one, ask yourself, there is a family history of kidney stone, yes or no? Okay. Number two, your diet. Number three, your exercise. Number four, I'm not all this come to the water yet, but I will tell you, if you take medication, what type of medication you take, okay? If you take minerals, I'm not talking about vitamins, I'm talking about minerals like calcium, zinc, iron, and then your water intake. And in your water intake, what type of water? That's very important. Like you have to look in the back of the bottle of the water to see the sodium, the calcium, the magnesium, what is the level of all this? It's very important. So for example, if you drink water, the calcium there, like here in Tonga, there is one water, I will not mention the brain, it's 218, the calcium. The recommended daily intake, Australian New Zealand guideline is 215. So you actually over RDI. So this water, when you said to people drink more water to flush, like to not have the kidney stone, but this water high in calcium, the minerals inside the water, the calcium level is high. See what happened. So at the end of the day, you found yourself, oh, I'm drinking like 3-4 liters a day and I still get kidney stone. Yes, because you don't look for what's the calcium level, the sodium level, magnesium level inside the water. If you take a calcium supplement, okay, so you take calcium supplement without vitamin D, or you take calcium supplement and then your diet full of calcium, that will rebuild up the stone. I'm not talking about genetic now, okay? I'm talking about a person without any family history, or he haven't any history of the kidney stone. So all these ones, it has to be recognized. When you do exercise, during the exercise, the water you drink during the exercise is not count, because you've been sweating a lot.
Yeah.
And burn, okay? So this not count. If you count the water during your exercise as the count of the water during your day, you are wrong, okay? Some people, they do exercise without drinking enough water during the exercise. Like, for example, if you do 2 hours exercise, that should be between 2 to 4 liters during the exercise time by itself. Okay, otherwise end up with another problem. So yeah, look,
that's so true.
I'm saying with you for this one. You do okay, people, like yesterday I have patient came shorten of breathing. She was some of the family or from internet. She get knows that the green tea is very beautiful and more benefit to the body, and she have every day lemon in warm water. I ask her for how long you do that. Wow, it's over like 3-4 years every day. And how many green tea you drink per day? She told me 3. I told her, you must stop that. You've been killing yourself. That's full stop. Full stop. And she was not healthy at all. Okay, and again, she went and they told her, you are side B.
Okay.
That registered, okay, under the act here. But anyhow, sometimes it's what you think it's good for yourself, you can damage yourself. Okay.
Okay. That is so true, Dr. Ray. Yes. I'm a big fan of vitamins, but I never thought that vitamins will do damage for me if I do overdo it until I learned from you. The mineral.
Okay. In Egypt, we have a theory, and I think that's international theory. Okay. Our body built or made of 96% of oxygen, hydrogen, and carbon, and nitrogen. Four elements. And then we have 4%, 2% vitamin C and vitamin D. So that's 98%. And the 2%, the rest of the minerals and vitamins, you know. So this 96%, it's very important. That's why water is very important. You know, people can survive just in drink water. Okay, but cut the water. Even if you give them food, they will not survive long as they can survive in water. Vitamins and minerals, it's very important, but when you understand the recommended daily intake, when you understand what you want to do, like if you look for immune boost, so definitely you will go for zinc, vitamin C, vitamin D, all the vitamins.
Yeah.
All the vitamins, actually it's detox. but the detox level in each vitamin is different than the other. If you have diabetes, vitamin C will be off from you because vitamin C will elevate the sugar blood.
Yes.
So it will be zinc as an option.
Mm.
Okay. If you have kidney problem, vitamin D, it will be like 1,000 unit, maybe one each 4 days or once a week, 1,000 unit, not more, because vitamin D, when people have a kidney failure, vitamin D, it's not good option for them. As vitamin B. See? So H disease, even vitamin D, it's very important for the kidney, but when people have dialysis, vitamin D and vitamin B will not be good for them as an option. So we give them
Opt out.
vitamin D.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you see vitamin D in the market start from 1,000 unit up to 50,000, 100,000, whatever. So with people
Yes.
with kidney problem, maybe we give them like once a week and 1,000 unit. That's like the recommended daily intake of vitamin D, 1,000 unit, but we give them the 1,000 unit not in 1 day, in 1 week.
Mm.
That's the understanding of the vitamins and minerals. The understanding of the vitamins and minerals. But before everything, there is one big word that people forget. Make your food your medicine.
Yes.
Okay?
Make your food your
Because
medicine. That's so true.
our gut, that's our compound. Okay, that's our pharmacy here. If you put wrong, the result will be wrong. And two wrong never make right.
Make it right.
That's right.
Hey,
Ay,
so-
may halay away, I pick it on yeah. Yes.
Will never make it right.
So, Dr. Ray, I know my husband, the kidney, I think is somewhere around 20, some kind of percentage. So with his vitamin D that he's taking, it's okay for like 2 or 3 times a week, or he should not be taking that much a week?
okay.
Because he has some kidney issue also, so.
Okay. Now, with your husband, I didn't see the kidney function result. Okay.
Right.
But the doctor there in America, he said 5,000 units.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Once a week. Okay. But when I think here, why the doctor said 5,000 units a week? The RDI, it's 1,000, but he said 5,000.
I think it's 50,000 unit a week. I think it's 50,000.
Yeah, the 50,000 is Saibin. But again, back to your problem. But I'm telling you what I was thinking in this time when I said yes, it's safe. Why I said that? Okay. Now I'll make the calculation for you. When the salt is high, the calcium is high. Okay. The problem with the kidney here, we can have something called hyperkalemia.
Hypoglycemia.
Yeah?
Hypoglycemia.
No, kalemia with K.
Kalemia.
Hyperkalemia. Maybe it's first time to hear this one. Hyperkalemia, when the potassium is high.
Wow.
Hyperkalemia.
And this can cause heart attack straight away.
Okay.
Oh.
So we have hyperkalemia. Okay. So when I look for vitamin D, I think the doctor here was thinking to support the heart, okay, from the hyperkalemia. And in the meantime, he want to put something like a sponge, you know, vitamin D like a sponge. If you have a table with water, and you put the sponge, it will suck. So the vitamin D here, when the doctor gave him the 50,000 units a week, he want actually to suck the calcium like above, like over calcium, especially when he have already history of the gout.
Right.
You know, there is that's one I want to tell you. When you have the history of the patient, okay, it's very important, because the advice here, it will be effect from person to person. And that's what's in the big issue all over the world. People went to the doctor, then they get better. When they see someone sick, same sickness, oh, you do 1, 2, 3, you will be Saibe, you know. But it's actually it's a very complicated here, because the doctor he have the whole image. But again, when I talk about the gout, and actually I was believe that he have like very high calcium in his body, and in 50,000 for his condition, I can go to up to 200,000. I'm still safe. One thing, you know, but when it's come to like the kidney 5%, okay, even 50,000, it will be dangerous. I will reduce it to 1. But now, even if he have like 30%, if he have 30% kidney function, 20% kidney function, vitamin D will play roles to save the kidney cells from damaging.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get the idea? So
Yes.
that is side B. That is side B.
Okay.
Alpha,
As soon as
alpha.
I get a hold of the blood work, I'll send it to you, Dr. Ray.
Yeah. But don't worry, it's safe to take.
My
As I tell you, you can even
question,
take up
Dr.
to-
Ray, because there's a D2 and D3. So what's the difference of D2 and D3 on vitamin D?
Okay, actually, we have D4. Okay, we go one by one.
Okay.
When people exposed to the sunlight, we have vitamin D, like the sun, the heat. We have under our skin, we have a type of the lipids, a lot of lipids here. When it's exposed to the sunlight, that give us D1. So D1 go to your bloodstream. None of our organs can have benefit from D1.
Right.
Then D1 go to the liver.
Whoa.
The liver converts D1 to D2. So if you have liver problem, forget about D2, like the convert from D1 to D2 will happen. Okay. And then D2, after convert from D1, go to your blood, and then we have the kidney convert D2 to D3. And once the kidney convert to D3, now all your cells recognize D3. So before, when it's in stage D1 and D2, there's nothing. When it's come to D3, okay, now your cells recognize D3, okay? But what happened? What is D4?
I don't know
When
what
you-
Steve.
Okay. I tell you,
I don't know
maybe
either what's D4.
maybe 5% or 1% they know
Oh.
about D4. Okay, the over in D3 in your body, which is will never happen. Okay, now the intestine convert the D3 if there is some left to D4.
Oh, I
Oh.
see.
Okay, so the D4 actually it's like unlikely to be in your body, and if it's in your body, you will be the happiest person ever on earth.
Oh, really?
You know,
Wow.
and that's why you will have, and you go in the supplement to buy supplement, you have D3 and you have activated D3. You get the idea now?
Yes.
So
Yes.
there's a big difference between when you buy vitamin D3 or activated D3. Activated D3, that's when I talk about the D4. That's the full benefit, you know? If you have liver, if you have kidney, you have a stomach, don't worry. Don't worry. Because the activated D3, bang, once go inside, even if you have a stomach problem, intestine problem, D3, it's already activated, which is the D4. You will have it bang straight away. Remember, when people have problem on the liver or they have gallbladder issue, we like to give them the vitamins as injection or activated. Okay, because if like someone he's remove his gallbladder, okay, so all the vitamins he taking oral, liquid, capsule, tablets, whatever, it will not go through because the gallbladder's removed.
Oh, wow.
So in this stage, we need to give him activated vitamin or the injection.
Wow.
If you don't know what happened to you, or you want to be smart enough, you can spend like $2-3 in a tub in the bottle and buy the activated straight away.
Mm.
You avoid anything, because sometimes like I'm taking vitamins but I don't feel anything. Maybe you have something in the gallbladder or you remove your gallbladder. Okay,
Interesting.
so the activated vitamin, it's expensive, but it's not high. Expensive a little bit, maybe $2-3 in a tub. Okay, but it will work fine.
Mm.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
it's good to look into that.
Yeah.
So instead, like, you know, if you have the 50,000 unit vitamin D3, but
Mhm.
you found the 5,000 or 20,000 or actually 10,000 activated D3, it will be powerful than the 50,000 because it's
Wow.
already activated.
Mm.
You know, it's like bang. There is no waste. You will take it. But when you have the 50,000, there is maybe. But when you have the activated one, that's the happiest of the happiest.
Wow.
That's
So
good to
even
know.
vitamin D, you have the activated vitamin D. You have activated vitamin D. You have the activated
right.
vitamin D. So if you look for the activated vitamin, that will be like more benefit.
Dr. Ray, how's the supply of vitamins in Tonga because of the lockdown? Do you guys run out of any vitamins in Tonga, or how's the supply in Tonga for vitamins?
In Egypt, we have our own companies. Like we have the pharmaceutical there.
Right.
Yeah, we have the
Pharmaceutical, yeah.
So even we get from overseas, but we have in Egypt, we have the manufacturing for it. Here, ask the people here.
You have people up there.
No, because that would be
because
something
here you have, like, you know, when you have the train, the 2-line.
Yeah.
But these 2 lines, they never go like this. One go this way, one go this way. And the people in the middle. I'm telling you, and the people in the middle.
That's so true,
So
Dr. Ray.
here,
That is so true, Dr. Ray.
if you are in Rome, live like Rome, but leave Rome to the Rome, because they know how to
Don't
go
let
in
them
between
your
the
ears. Remember the Romans?
Yeah, remember God created the ear above the mouth.
That's right.
But you know, Dr. Ray, those are one of the reasons why we left Tonga, because those stuff is not getting too old, you know. So, but anyway, because this is very interesting to talk about all this vitamins, you know, because I'm a big fan of vitamins and I take my vitamins every day. But it's good to learn more on, you know.
Yeah, you know, it's the first time I talk about the activated. Even when I have the show with you about the NRV, the the nutrition reference value.
Right.
I don't know. It's not come to my mind about the activated.
But activated one.
Look for the activated. Activated, it's very powerful, and it's more benefit, and it's easy for the body to digest.
Right, right. That's so good. Oh.
I never heard of the activated until tonight.
Yeah,
Like
see,
new
You
thing
know,
every
I'm
day.
pretty sure they were in the store, but we didn't know about it, so we never looked for it.
but you know, maybe they will put tomorrow. We don't have activated in our what
Pharmacy.
or whatever. You know.
Maybe we can. Maybe Amazon have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm from the activated pyramids, so that's
Okay.
why I look for the activate.
Mm.
Brenda was saying like she has a lot of things to ask me today.
No, no. I put those stuff down because I emailed you the rundown.
I didn't open my email today.
And that's okay.
So
Maybe
if
we meant to discuss what's the vitamins, and then we move on from the vitamins to whatever you feel like it's useful for the listeners.
yeah.
Yeah.
Today they was talking about drugs.
Okay.
But thanks God, I don't have time to go there or to listen because I was busy here in my clinic. But the end of the day, the drugs. When we talk about drugs, what type of drugs and which drugs? Okay, we have scheduled drugs or non-scheduled drugs. We have listed drugs or resisted drugs or illegal drugs.
Let's talk about illegal drugs.
Okay, because for me, if I have conference about drugs, drugs can be medicine. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So when the title is not clear, I think, for my opinion, okay, the one in Egypt,
Right.
if here, it will not be clear.
Okay.
So I don't know what they talk and things. I'm not speak Tongan, okay. But the end of the day, make the title clear.
Yes.
Because maybe I understand you talk about drugs, that's medicine.
Medicine,
Yeah.
right.
We call drugs. That's why if you go to drugs interact, you will see from the aspirin to vitamins to whatever. Okay, so that's the drugs. Or you talk about the illegal drugs.
I think
Okay.
they should specify it. You're right.
You need to be specified, like
Right.
specific.
So
Okay.
true. I agree.
As they are specific for non-specific word they put in the middle.
Hmm.
That's why. Look,
Specific for the specific word.
when you are specific, look, you live in the Pacific, but you are not specific. You put word not specific for not specific title, go back to Pacific, because you are not specific. So this, I feel like it will be like another field for maybe another book. How the Pacific, not specific. Okay, so be specific in the title, because
Right.
that's the end of the day. The end of the day can make confused.
Yes.
Okay. So whatever they said, they make it in general. Like today, they talk about drugs. Be specific, said illegal drugs or scheduled drugs. At least if the people, they will look. But you talk in general. As when you talk to me, you talk in general, which is you are wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay? And
Yeah.
when it's come for a specific title, they are not specific for what they said. For me, it's all a joke, and that's make me laugh. You get the idea?
Yes.
You know,
So-
Dr. Ray,
Yeah.
when we talk about specific / from Tonga, let's be unspecific, right? Let's talk unspecifically because that won't do us any good. You know, you're right about taking Pacific away from
Okay.
specific.
That's
Okay.
funny.
Like,
That's how
for
you put it,
example,
eh?
I tell you, for example, in drugs, we have 7 categories. Okay. And in the 7 categories, after the 7 categories, we have something called classification. So we have 4 classes.
Classification.
Yeah, so we have 4 classes and we have seven categories. You know, okay. This is a very funny one. The guideline 1980, 1985, it's around 1980s area, so years, so the people they can do. Painkiller, like morphine,
Yes.
okay, suddenly they schedule. And they are categories now because people use painkiller as an illegal way.
Yes.
3 or 4 years ago, they put codeine. You know,
Yeah.
codeine? They put the codeine as schedule.
Oh my gosh.
Like when I talk about the schedule here, they actually put the codeine and the morphine in schedule 8. You know what is schedule 8?
No, what is that?
Schedule 8, that's poison. When
Oh,
it's harm the people,
yes.
it's poison your body. That's schedule 8. When in schedule 7, the heroin in schedule 7. So schedule 8, we have the morphine and the codeine and some of the painkiller. When I talk about the categories, I found the heroin in category 2. You know, so when drugs, again, be specific.
Yes.
Yeah.
If
They
you
have to
want,
say
if you
illicit
want to
drug.
give people, if you want give a detox for people, they have drugs. Okay. For example, you know alcohol. Have you heard about alcohol?
Yes.
Okay. Alcohol, it's category 3 of the drugs.
Okay.
See, category 3, the alcohol. And class 2, under depression. So when you take it, you feel like you stress.
Side B. You side B.
No, not side B. But I'm telling you, even the alcohol, it's under drugs. Under the category and under the classification.
Right.
So we have category, we have classification. Okay. So at the end of the day, it's not like people come and sit together and have photos. Okay. And in Egypt or in America, I think, or anywhere, when they talk about drugs, they said, we
They have
talk
to be
about
specific.
casual drugs, illegal drugs, category 1, category 2, category 3. And we will mention, will be specific in class 4 or class 2 or class 1 or class 3, you know? But
Right.
in general, that's like in the Pacific Ocean, which island? Like when someone, where I'm from, I'm from the Pacific Island. Ayo?
Where?
Which
Yeah.
you know, you have
You're
to be,
right.
you have to be specific.
Yes,
I think
and you know,
we have 24 countries in the Pacific, yeah?
yes, the Pacific Islanders.
Yeah.
And Dr. Ray, and that's so true because I remember back in the days, Brenda, the painkiller was okay. But you know, nowadays, like if you go into the doctor, they very, very strict how to prescribe the painkillers over here now.
Painkillers, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you go into any hospital or anything in there, they kind of give a guidelines now. But back in the days was not like that. But now they're very strict with the painkillers because people are using it for illicit, illegal drugs, So
Yeah.
they're very limited
No,
to
look,
people. Yeah.
that's anywhere. Here you
Right.
get the Panadol from the supermarket.
Right.
So we talk about where you are, we talk about Egypt, but here again,
We have to be specific.
Even the Panadol, even though.
It becomes like in habit when people talk general.
Yes.
Okay. Again, when people talk general, it's different when a doctor talk general. People talk general, this can be for me, they not study medicine. They can say whatever they want. But when it comes to a doctor, be specific.
Yeah.
Okay. People, they can talk about drugs. Say, but when it comes to the doctor, be specific. We will talk about the classification and the category.
Yeah.
Okay.
And scheduled drugs.
So maybe today I will the conference about the class 1, the classification 1 or classification 2 or classification 3. So rather to have one day, make it 4.
Right.
4
so they
days,
can
4 days, and each day is with different classification. So the people will understand. Okay. That when you are a doctor. When you are not a doctor, Saibe, you can
talk whatever.
You can make up the categories with the classification, with the schedule, and everyone talk from here to tomorrow, and then what the people they get benefit. Hey you away.
No, even the Panadol, if they overuse it, can be harmful, Dr. Ray. So, but
I tell you, when people in pain and no one can tell them where the pain comes from, the best choice is Panadol. What you can do, look, if you are in pain, okay, I want to talk, it's good we talk about the pain now.
Yes,
because I have to be specific. I have to be specific too as well. When we study medicine, we study 2 branches of pain, something called cancer pain and non-cancer pain. Okay, why we have this type of 2 classification of pain? See, if I have pain management, okay, or I send someone to pain management, actually the pain management here, we have 2 categories. We have cancer patient, non-cancer patient, because the pain, when the cancer patient, the pain of the cancer is second to none. And some of them, we do the scheduled drugs for them to stop, to make them like happy in the last couple of days in their life, no pain, so this cancer pain, and they have different pain management. And then we have non-cancer pain. The non-cancer pain start with number 1, something called CRPS, complex regional pain syndrome, because that's the pain equal to cancer, but it's not in cancer.
Yeah.
That's how we deal with pain, like have to be specific. Okay, when people they don't study medicine, they talk about pain and that's it. So we have two classification.
Two classification of pain.
And class for non-cancer. So after the PRP, we have the kidney stone. That's the pain of the, when I talk about the level of the class 2 non-cancer pain. Okay. And then all the disease listed. And after the kidney stone, we have the fracture. Okay. Start from the hip to the bone to whatever. So we have this type of category in class 2. Is the non-cancer pain.
Emeline,
Sorry.
category.
Categories, yes.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah. Okay.
You got that right.
There you
We're
go.
just trying to pronounce it the US way, so, but it's okay, Dr. Ray. We understand you. So.
No worries, I pronounce it the Egyptian way.
Norwegian way. Because she said a lot.
Okay. So when we talk about the pain, how the doctor prescribe the pain. Okay, it's not like you go and get Panadol and take it. Okay, usually the doctor will ask you the pain from 1 to 10. 1 is little and 10 is high. Yeah, and then we have your weight. Like if you are 60 kilogram, if you are 100 kilograms, sorry, or 120. So your weight and your pain. We have a calculation to how many milligram you will take. Maybe it's 2 hours or 4 hours or 6 hours. You got it? So the calculation of the painkiller here, it depends about your weight and your pain.
No. So the weight and the pain.
Yeah, your weight and your level pain, we calculate how many milligram you will take. Okay, the doses. So it's not like you go and buy and take, and then you said, I've been taking painkiller and I'm still in pain.
I see.
Because the calculation is not the specific calculation for you.
Right.
Okay. So that's why sometimes the doctor tell you take 1 each 4 hours. Another patient, the doctor said take 1 each 2 hours. Another one 6 hours, or 1 when it's pain come and that's it.
Right.
That's number 1. Number 2, Panadol or Panadol. The maximum you can take Panadol is 72 hours. The maximum. After 72 hours, you can't. That's from Panadol Company and the Drugs Association. Okay?
You can't take more than 72 hours.
72 hours, that's the maximum. Of Panadol. The maximum of Panadol. Have you heard this before, or this is the first time?
No, this is the first time.
The first time.
I mean, because Panadol is just like
yeah. I don't think I ever taken Panadol.
Is Panadol is over the counter in Tonga or has to be prescribed?
It's in the supermarket. What are you talking about?
Okay, so over the counter. Okay.
It's pretty neat.
It's over everywhere. Maybe over the ocean.
Where's it originated from? From the drug company? Panadol is a big, from a drug company?
It's a big pharmaceutical company for the painkiller.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
but
so we have,
but have
paracetamol. Yeah?
No, my question is with the Panadol because it's, I have a feeling that now it's maybe overused and part of the drugs in Tonga, but has they started putting guidelines on the Panadol in Tonga, or is it dangerous now to use it, overuse it?
Okay, that's a very good question. And again, I'm not part of the Tongan Medical Society.
Police.
So You can ask the Tongan Medical Society for about the guideline, because I asked them when I come to Tonga about the guideline. They said our guideline like any our guideline, and so far I didn't have a copy for the guideline or the code of conduct or the code of ethics or any code to be specific for the word you've been saying. So here we are.
Wow.
Because that's
You know, the guideline even from the company by itself, Panadol and paracetamol. The guideline even from the company shouldn't take. You take Panadol or paracetamol under the doctor, under health practitioner, with no more than 72 hours, like 3 days maximum. Not to go Panadol for 1 week or 2 weeks or 1 month or any.
that can be dangerous, Dr. Ray. That's so true. You know, even over here, like with the Tylenol, they have the label in there. Like within a week, if you still have the symptom, then you need to
see a doctor.
Yeah. So, but that's so true.
I tell you, when we talk about over counter, okay, what is we have listed medicine and registered medicine. Remember, there is two different here. To understand what is over counter, I want to explain these two things. We have registered medicine and listed medicine. Registered medicine, that's vitamins, minerals, Panadol, all the medicine being registered. Okay? When I talk about listed medicine, this one here need prescription. So the listed medicine, that's the one need prescription, because if you take it without a proper consultation, that can cause harm.
Right.
Okay. So vitamins, minerals, if you take, if you buy vitamins and you overtake vitamins, what will happen to you? You will die? No. What you get? Vitamin poison. And what is the vitamin poison? Diarrhea.
Oh, Lord.
No diarrhea.
I got you.
Know, so what causes it? Just diarrhea. That when you get poison from overtake vitamin, you will get diarrhea. So in severe case of constipation, when patient have constipation, we give him overdose of vitamin C if he's not diabetic. So what happened when you have the overdose of vitamin C? If for non-diabetic, he will have severe diarrhea till the high intake of vitamin C gone, and we done our job, and he will be happy. Okay, so that's the over intake. But when it comes to the that we call like over counter.
Yeah, over counter.
Harm. Even if you take it wrong, if you take it wrong, it will not kill you. It will not harm you. But the other medicine we call listed, that's when you need prescription for it, because it will cause harm to you.
Yes.
The over counter, when you go to the supermarket to buy vitamins, minerals, it will not harm you, because the only bad side effect, diarrhea.
That's good to know.
Some it will cause vomiting, and that's it. But nothing more than diarrhea and vomiting. That's it. For example, if you over intake in zinc, that will cause to you vomiting. And after that, that's it. And sometimes loss of appetite. But after that, it will not harm you.
Okay.
Sometimes we give zinc. Yeah, sometimes we give zinc for people they have Wilson disease, when the copper is high. So we give them more zinc, can reach up to 20 milligram a day, or sometimes 25 milligram a day. It depends about the weight and the amount of the copper. That if they have Wilson disease. Okay?
Okay.
If they have iron deficiency, definitely will not give them zinc. We'll give them iron because iron, zinc deal with the heavy metal in our body. So when people have low iron, that when they have iron and zinc, you actually have the iron and the zinc clean the iron. So when the people have iron deficiency, we stop give them zinc. Otherwise, the iron you take, the zinc will clean
Just clean it. Okay.
Yeah. But again, it's still over counter because it will not harm you if you are over intake. For example,
Gotcha.
if you have diarrhea and you want to stop the diarrhea, what you would do? The fast, easy way, you drink iron because iron causes constipation.
Okay.
See, some people, they suffer from constipation because they high intake of iron, like they eat apple, eggplant, spinach, and they have iron supplement, and that's definitely will cause constipation. Again, make your food your medicine. That's why you buy the food over counter. There is no like prescription to buy today broccoli or spinach or potatoes or cassava, because the food will not harm you. But if you eat wrong, it will harm you. You got it?
Got it.
Okay.
Wow.
Time for a break with a song, eh?
Okay.
Whakalangano, kakalano poni. Unga tofo mai ke la maka. Koe o fae. Oh yeah.
Brenda will meet you.
Yeah. Thanks
Okay,
for
we're
the
back,
break.
Dr. Ray. Yeah.
Yeah, because during the break, actually we have like less minute now. I want to, when I'm in the break, I was thinking when I'm drinking my water. Yeah.
Okay.
There's two things make conflict. Everyone want to build his country. Everyone want his homeland to be the best homeland in the earth. That's nothing wrong with that, okay? But when you build, you go up. You focus to go up. But when you build a country or you build a system, you don't have to put the other down. That's number one. You have to focus to go up. Number two, be specific for what you want. For example, if your system not recognize my qualification, that's mean my qualification is not true or false. For example, I'm not talking about my qualification in Egypt, but I'm talking here. They send a Tongan student to China to study medicine, to be a doctor. And this Tongan student, they graduate as a doctor from China. When they come back to Tonga, the system not recognize them. So that's mean they are not a doctor. I want someone to ask me, to answer me.
They still
If
a
your
doctor.
system, if your system not recognize another qualification, why you demolish their qualification? Because when you come to my country, you will be the same.
So true.
But okay, if the system can't recognize other doctors, that's mean they are not qualified as a medical doctor. We have a German doctor who is here in Tonga. The system not recognize his qualification as a medical doctor, and he's from Germany. And when I talk about German, everyone knows who's the German doctors all over the world. They have the name, but the system not recognize. That's mean he's not. He's not according to your system.
Right.
When you send a Tongan student to China to be a doctor, and your system not recognize their qualification, that's mean they are not. For example, in the flight, how many times they call for a medical doctor, emergency on the flight? And how many times I put my hand and I save life in the airplane, in the flight, on air. Okay, so think about it. If your system not recognize another qualification, don't put them down, because the end of the day, I have like above 4,000 patients come to me and they all healed in nutrition way, the understanding of nutrition. Even when the system tied my hand, people are still healed. Understanding of basics of vitamins and minerals. I'm not talking about the other understanding of listed drugs, because I know myself, I understand the listed drugs too as well. Okay, I understand when someone can't breathe, and this happened in Fiji Airline when I'm traveling from Australia to Tonga. Someone can't breathe. I know what pressure I put him and the oxygen. Okay, understanding. But the understanding of the system here, that's not give you the right to demolish the other people's qualification, because at the end of the day, who you are and who I am. Okay, the end of the day, I know myself, and I put myself and sleep and laugh. Okay, if you have default in your system, don't make it as a rules. Okay, at least look to the people, to the student. You send it to Tonga, from Tonga to China to be a doctor. And when they graduate, they come to Tonga. They should help Tongan people. Yes?
Yes.
Or why you send them to China? Ask yourself, why this student, they spend how many years and all the cost on their parents or in the government, on the government and the parents, you send them as a scholarship to study medicine. So that's mean the country need them when they come back with their qualification to work to help Tongan. Yes? But the system here not recognize their qualification as a medical doctor in China. So that's mean they are not a doctor. They don't have qualification. They spend all these years for nothing. I think they have to look for the system again. I'm not talking about myself or to the other German doctor or the Italian doctor. They came to Tonga, or the Russian doctor. But there is something on the system. If the system can't recognize other countries' qualification, that's mean I'm not qualified. Yes, I'm not qualified to your system only.
Yes.
But in my system, I'm qualified. I'm full qualified.
That
You
is
know, Dr. Ray, I was thinking about you and what you're going through in Tonga, right? Only in Tonga, right? And I was thinking so hard, just trying to think through the glass ceiling, you know, just how I felt about it. And something came to me very, very important to my head. I'm saying this man is qualified in his field.
In my
you know,
country.
yeah, but this is my brain telling myself the unfairness and it shame to me as a person, as a Tongan, right? And I'm thinking to myself, you know, there has to be a resolution to this, because this is not a system that makes sense to my head and my brain. It doesn't. And if it doesn't make sense to me, then there is something wrong. I don't call it a system because they have not established any system that makes sense to qualified individuals. If you're not a doctor, even if you're an attorney, they put an attorney back on the plane back to USA one time. I mean, they have to figure out some kind of protected laws for people with professions that, you know, professionals that goes around the world in 80 days, you know, and you come to stop in Tonga. For what?
You know, I tell you, I agree with you. At the end of the day, I know myself and I
Yes.
have patients all over the world.
Yes.
Okay. But here, look for this, because if I feel sorry for myself, I feel sorry for others. You know, this student, they just came from China, went to the hospital, and they not recognize their qualification because it's from China.
Oh,
So why you send them at the beginning? You know, this student, or actually this doctors,
medical. Yes.
medical doctor, they all their fault. They study in China and they hold a medical degree in China, which is in your system, they not recognized. Who pay the price here? You know, for me, I know myself. I know myself. As I told you at the beginning, I don't care. I don't care if I close it, because the end of the day, who need who? The doctor need the
That's
people, or
right.
the people need the doctor?
That's
Like
so true.
from Monday, I have a lot of new patients. I was very busy, and I keep telling them, have you heard the news? Yes, but our life, it's important. We need you. Okay. Everyone. The end of the day, who need who? If you talk about politics, talk about politics. Talk about politics. Okay? This is not stress me. When someone, as I told you, Emeline or Brenda, someone tell you, you are not Brenda. Is this will stress you, make you not sleep? Actually, no, it'll make you laugh.
No.
Okay? But when you know, when these students study in China and away from their family, they suffer.
Yeah.
Okay.
They lost valuable time.
And
Yeah.
they want the time they go back to Tonga, work in the hospital as a medical doctor, but the system not recognize them. So
That's sad.
what they do? Okay. Again. You have right to put your country up, but you don't have right to demolish another countries.
Yes, so true.
You have your right to put yourself the first, but you don't have right to put the other down to make yourself up.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can't
because that-
drown other people. Yeah.
The good thing to lift the people up, not to put them down, to make yourself smart, because at the end of the day, you are not smart. Okay. For example, when other doctors all over the world, they start talk about the vaccine. Okay. When the Japan country suspend Moderna, when the European country suspend AstraZeneca, that's mean they not a doctor? No, they still a doctor. Okay. When I talk about Japan, even Japan, they have different system from the FDA, but still their medical doctor recognized as a medical doctor. So what is the point here? What is the point here? If they want to talk about politics, talk about politics. But guess what? I have every email and all the documents. It's showing, but again, there is a way to respond, the court. And I will not say what the document I have against them, because they working in political way. They mix it up. But I will send you and Emeline in private part of these emails between me and them, when they threatening me because of the political view. And that's why they said you will never get your license. Okay?
Oh my gosh.
I have this email.
Send it.
I will send it to you in private, but don't show it to anyone, because I will show it in the court when I
Okay.
received this email.
Good for you, Dr. Ray.
In
Good for you.
2019.
Okay.
After they send the inspector to finalize your license, you need to get premise. We are happy with your qualification. To finalize your license, you need to get premise where you practice in Tonga. And after that, when I broke up with the political view for what they follow, the following email: by breaking up with that will never guarantee your license as a medical doctor in Tonga. And who is Samuel Vaipulu? ? That's, I have this threatened email on 2019, May 2019, even before, when the people talk about my father-in-law, even before my father-in-law to be in the government. but I have everything. So when the people talk, and now they talk about political and they talk about me, my patient is my witness. And in the top of that, I think all the email, it's legal. It's legal document.
Yeah,
Used
yeah.
again.
they are.
Those are legal documents.
Yep.
Yes. It has been
So
recognized for many, many
Yes.
years now.
That's
even I
one
have,
piece of legality you got in there.
can you imagine, like, before I break up with these people, I just this far to have my license. We are happy with your qualification. We need you to get the premise to finalize your license in Tonga. And I get the premise, then I have the name from the person sent from the Minister of Health at this time, when Saya was the previous Minister of Health, sent to the premise, and he checked everything and tick, tick, tick. And I was waiting to my license, but the register, the one she put everything on the media, she went to maternity leave. And I have an email, she's the one need to sign to get your license. So we will hold everything till she come back from the maternity leave and she will sign your license, then you will get your license. But with my bad luck, I broken up before she finished her maternity leave. And that's why they send me this letter, this email, that you break up with ... that will not guarantee your license here in Tonga forever. And who is Faaumu-Niutei?
Mm.
You know, I was thought this email is a joke, but so far they do what they said, what they threatened me. You will never get your license here in Tonga because you break up with ...
That's when you're dealing with 3-year-olds.
No, when I dealing with even not 3 years old, but I have all the emails with me.
The 3-year-old are smarter, I tell you nowadays. They're smarter and they, you know, so, but you know, Dr. Ray, at the end of the day,
I tell you that when the media people, they contact me and my wife, we said we will respond in the court. Because these people, they know how to twist the truth. But at the end of the day, I have this threatened email, and I have the email of the confirmation, and I have the email when the person from the Minister of Health went there to check the clinic, and he said everything is perfect. And now another email, she went to maternity leave. So we're waiting for her to come to sign, to issue your license. So I was waiting for her to issue my license, but because I broke up with them for the agreement, they sent me this email. But you know, God always have his way. For them, you know, they can tell me by phone, but their mistake to send me an email to say
Yes.
that.
God is good.
Because
God
these
is
people,
good.
they don't know what they've been wrote to me.
Yes.
But when
And
I
you
was
have it.
them, they so happy to get me my license. And you know, and back to this time, I told them, wow, so if the register is sick or she's in maternity leave, no one can issue the license. They said, no, she's the one needs to issue your license, and that's it. We wait for her to come to issue the license. That's the confirmation for them to happy with my qualification. But once I broke down with them, they send me this email. By broken up with ... you will never guaranteed your license. You will never get license in Tonga. And who is
Faaumu-Niutei?
And then they talk about corruption. They talk about corruption. If we are corrupted, at least I will have my license against the threatened letter they sent to me. But who is the corrupt? We'll see in the court.
Yeah, good for you, Dr. Ray. Good job.
And I know it's a health issue, but at the end of the day, We talk about disease and vitamins.
Yeah.
But after the break, I want to mention this stuff to
Thank
the
you.
Tongan people and to the Regesta
Yeah.
Right.
for congratulations for her baby.
Yeah.
I love
and
you,
I'm glad-
Dr. Ray.
And I'm glad,
I
Dr. Ray,
think
you
you're
have
so
a platform.
patient.
You have a
Yes.
platform. You can
Yeah.
come in and
And
say,
I will send you the screenshot of the email
sure.
when they
Yes.
said we happy with the premise to finalize your license. And then I will show you another email when I broke up with them when they said you will never get your license here in Tonga.
But you know, Dr. Ray, the more they talk bad about you, the more patient coming looking for you for help, you know.
That's
So
it.
that's what
Look,
happened.
I
you know?
tell you, my patient is my witness.
Yes.
The other day,
You have the
they
data.
have at the village they have a conference with the town officer, and people they mentioned the media, and there is someone was actually 10 years on the bed, never go out.
Mm.
He was in this meeting and he just like stood up and he said, everyone in the village knows me, how many years I've been in the bed, but this doctor healed me. And that's why I can go out and I come, and he put a good testimony. And after that, the following day, I have 2 patients come from his village. They was in this conference. The end of the day, people look for their life, not for the
Yes.
show.
Yes.
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 People are looking for, you know, for help, you know.
Yeah.
And you're there, you're helping people. So
Dr. Ray. Yeah. Dr. Ray. Do you know Sisi? Sisi
She's my
sent
wife.
me.
Of course, I
Yeah.
know her.
Yeah. Hey. She sent me something from Talau. A band. This guy, bring him so we can he can march on the day outside of the court.
Yeah, from your village. Yes,
that
yes,
video,
yes.
that video.
I was laughing when she sent you, like, I think we need to do the project in your village
Yeah.
for the yeah.
That was so
But
funny.
I
Thank you
tell
so
you,
much.
Time is up and we don't want to keep you from having dinner with your wife. So
Yeah.
But
thank you
at the
for
end of the
coming
day-
in.
the end of the day, I'm telling you, I'm not stressed about what's
No,
going on in the
no.
media.
No.
Because
You
the
do.
end of the
You
day,
shouldn't. You shouldn't.
I know what is behind, and I have the evidence for
Yes.
what behind.
And
the
you
end of the
know,
day,
the man upstairs is watching.
Yes.
Of course, yes. As I put in Philippines,
Yes.
chapter 2, verse 15 and 16.
Yes. Yes.
God is there, and He knows.
Yes.
He knows the truth. And the end days, in the Christ day, everyone will judged.
That's right.
Everyone
Yes.
will be good judged.
And every
Yeah.
knee shall bow, you know. So
Yes.
Yeah, because a lot of people call me, they thought like I'm stressed, I'm angry. I said, why I'm stressed, why I'm angry? I know
You're
myself.
stress-free.
Even, I'm not frustrated. I'm not frustrated because since May 2019 till now, they do their threatening very well. But I don't care for threatening because at the end of the day, the Bible said, when God opened, no one can close. When the God closed, no one can open.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amen to
That's
that.
right.
And I do my job and is very honest. I know myself. I know how smart I am. I respect myself. I respect my country. And even I respect who they talk bad about me.
Oh,
That's because Jesus said, pray for your enemy.
yes.
That's
Yes.
It's very hard. It's very hard. But I pray for them for God to open their
Their
mind.
eyes.
Mine.
Their
Yeah.
mind.
There
Because the
has
end
to
of the
be.
day,
Yeah. Yes.
when the priest back to Jesus' days, they start to make the community angry from Jesus. And they bring a lot of fake stories. But that's the end of the day, Jesus is Jesus. But there, what they did. His blood on us and in our generation. Wow. Who's the one
Yeah.
paying the price? Who's the one paying the price when they said his blood in our and our generation? You know? So be careful when you just like misleading
Yeah.
with that information.
Yes,
And again,
so true.
you are right in your system, whatever what is your system. I respect your system to say, yes, be specific. He's not qualified in our system, or he's not a doctor. And you know, I was very specific. Every time I come to the health show or the TV, you know what I said? I registered in my country. I'm here, I'm nutritionist, herbalist. Did I say something different than that?
No.
No.
Everyone knew. So why you talk like this? I'm very specific, and what I said, you can't say like, if I said I'm registered here, now you can, I will understand your writing. But when
Dr.
I said
Ray,
here I'm
you are
here
as
I'm
clear.
nutritionist.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, because I'm always specific. Nutritionist, herbalist here. In my country, that's my title. Here I'm blah,
It's-
blah, blah. In my country, I'm blah, blah, blah. So I was very specific everywhere. Even when I met you guys with God bless hair to call hello, I
Yeah.
told you that here, that's in Egypt. Everywhere, that's here, that's in Egypt. I'm very
Yes.
clear. I'm
Yes.
very clear. But to make propaganda because you are
Propaganda.
threatening
You're
me from the
right.
beginning,
That's
the
what
because
word.
you are from this party, because you are from the other party, you know.
Yes.
But I like King Solomon when he said there is time to talk and time to be quiet, and how to be
Yes.
quiet, and when you talk, how you talk. But there is a time, and soon I will talk with all email by email. That's called evidence. Again, yes, if your system not recognize me, but that's mean I'm zero. No, I'm not zero. I'm a person. And I hold qualification more than you can dream to have one. Okay?
Okay, awesome
The
job,
other thing
Dr.
is,
Ray.
you know, Jesus said, from your tongue, the people will know you. And my tongue, I believe, is specific and always come with guideline. I never talk without guideline or not be specific.
Why do you think your last name is Abraham? That is the one name that's gonna win
Okay.
you through the skies to heaven.
In my country, you named like your father, your grandfather, your great-grandfather, your great-grandfather. So my name is Rafat, my father Ebrahim, my grandfather is Isaac, then the great-grandfather Ebrahim, then Isaac, then Ebrahim, then Isaac, then Ebrahim, then
All
Isaac.
the way to Jesus.
I don't know, but it's for me, tell the great-grandfather, the 21, that's all the record, was Isaac. So and in our family tradition, the first son, Isaac.
Oh, I have
When
an Isaac.
married, yeah, when Isaac married, the first should be Ebrahim. So like, for example, my oldest brother is Isaac, and all my first cousin, Isaac. And before them, the first Ebrahim, and then the first Isaac. So my brother is Isaac, and I have another 4 Isaac, first cousin. Yeah, it's tradition in the family. No one break it. So it start like, because the eldest one, he's the one get the blessing. So he's the one get named from the grandfather. And then the grandfather, like, so my one is Rafat, Ebrahim, Isaac, Ebrahim, Isaac, Ebrahim, Isaac, Ebrahim, till 21. After 21, there is no record. But you can imagine still Ebrahim, Isaac,
You
whatever.
bet. You
Wow.
bet.
Yeah.
God bless you, my
So-
brother.
Yeah. So, and God bless you too. The end of the day, I know my roots. I know myself. I know who I am. And I know
Yes.
when the message finished here, it will be finished from God. But if this happen, I'm very proud of my work, of my honesty with my people, with my patient, with everyone. That's it.
Dr.
Because
Ray,
the end of the day, as King David said, our life like a steam appear and then disappear.
you know,
But
they
so
can take the
I'm
system
so
out
proud
of,
of my work.
they can take the system out of you, but they can't take the doctor out of you, Dr.
That's
Ray.
right. That's right. That's
You
what
know,
yeah, that's it. You
I'm telling
you
you,
are a doctor in the face of this earth.
we,
There is nobody gonna erase that.
we have a say in Egypt. You can't leave Egypt, but you can't take Egypt from you.
Yeah, that's true.
So this, like, I'm Christian and no one can take my Christianity out of me. For
Yes,
example,
amen to
you
that.
know, a couple of months ago, they call I'm Muslim. And this will stress me because the end of the I'm Christian. You know, people, they just want to create stories. I'm Christian. I'm Christian. So they'd like, that will make me stress to tell everyone, oh, I'm Christian. No, and then another story. No, you was Muslim, then you became Christian. See, they try to make another story. So every
I
time
just want you to play with your mind. They don't know
Yeah.
you're a doctor.
they don't know you know,
A
I'm
brain
specific.
doctor. Yeah.
Yeah.
No one can twist my brain or
No.
my brain.
I
Because
tell you
then
one thing, Dr.
I
Ray.
know what's inside.
That's
I
it.
tell you one thing, Dr. Ray. You know, I grew up all my life in Tonga, and Tongan, we all known as like as a country, as a Christian country. But when I met you, when it comes to the Bible, I can't measure up to you because you know more the Bible than I do as a Christian name label as I grew up in the country, you know. I grew up as a Christian. I tell you, if I will have you to put up with maybe the top theologian or the top pastor in Tonga to debate the Bible, I don't think so they can measure to what you know about the Bible, you know.
That's
So that's
right.
I have to say that, you know, because I tell you, when we have that program and when you come out with all the verses in the Bible and you have the Hebrew Bible, I tell you, I'm ashamed of myself to call myself Christian because I don't know not half of what you know about the Bible,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So that I can say, you know. So
True, true
Mm.
Christian. Yeah.
Well, thank you. You know what? It's a very good, it just come to my brain and I will ask you. In the man show, you'd like to talk about the UFO?
the
In the next
UFO,
show,
that's interesting.
yeah, we should.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but guess what? I will talk about the UFO from the Bible.
That's
wow.
right. Yeah,
We can
that's
do that on Thursday.
This is, look, I'm not confirmed. I'm not confirmed there is UFO like islands in any other life, but there is some verses in the Bible. I think in the main show we'll talk about the UFO
okay.
because when I came to Tonga, I see, you know, the tsunami rock.
Yeah.
They all the signs they said it's from Iwa, not from belong
Yeah,
to Tonga.
yeah.
And then we talk about God Maoi, if I may pronounce his name right. But yeah, in the main show we'll talk about the UFO from the Bible, and
Okay.
we'll see
Wow,
what
that's
you think about it.
awesome.
That's
Okay.
Thursday. That's Thursday. Yeah.
Thursday, and we with the UFO. So we go out of the COVID and everything. We talk about UFO. It will be a funny subject, and we'll see
Yes.
what the Bible said.
Yes.
All right. All right.
That is awesome.
Thank you. Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much.
Okay.
Have a good
Okay.
night and then say
Ofatu.
hello to Sissy.
Patula.
Ofatu
Bye.
ka sisi.
Bye.
Iyo. Malo.
Bye.
Malo,
Bye.
Dr. Ray.
Malo.
Ofarahiat. Oh, what a night.
Okay, for a minute here, let's top of the hour. Okay, Brenda, let's sum up this health talk. Isn't that amazing? Come on, nila nilau.
Yeah.
Que a sistema atonga or disqualify him kinauhanga na do to for ya kilalo any qualification. Come on, la pita. And that's what I
O sai pea ka pau na iai hanau whahinga hanau whahinga legal guideline ke lawa ke nau tala mai ki ai pea reference mai ki ai ka koe I go threaten. That goes out of the bookwork. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kau ki whakamare wai ai anga tu e la whakatu a mama ni e ngau e me kau professionals.
Oh yeah, that's so true, you know.
Yeah.
But that's our health talk for tonight. Teha mea ke tawang ke Brenda.
Ikai, very straightforward au pito e tau tala noa.
And I'm excited for Thursday, and then
Yes.
Wednesday will be tomorrow, the women. So, but the back with Dr. Ray on the.
That'll be interesting. Something that just hype up about
come out of something different. Yes.
Yeah.
Memang la pe da program e fefini ko Emeline Faaumu-Niutei como host te fefini.
Brenda Kongaika, malo mo lava mai.
Oh yeah. Good night. Mumea.
Umea.